What's up, guys and girls? I am Josh of J Bauer Art, and this is Back Talk with Bauer, coming at you live on a Friday night. I know it's weird. I know it's different, and you're not used to it, but oh well, here we are. I got an awesome couple of guests on tonight, and we were supposed to bring them on earlier in the week, but some things and messiness and schedules and all that good stuff. But luckily, we were able to get it all figured out, and we're doing the show tonight. So we'll be about an hour long as usual, maybe a little bit longer. You never know how we roll. But I'm trying to bring up the live feed so I can read comments that don't make it to the other thing. There we go. And I don't want to hear myself, but I'm probably gonna. I hate hearing myself. All right, so yeah. Thank you guys for joining the show. I hope you guys hop in, comment, leave questions, cause trouble, all the good stuff. It should be a fun and crazy night with the crew that I got on board tonight. But before we get them on here, this is episode number 22, and we got some plugs and things to chat about and all the good stuff. If you are watching this on Facebook, you can catch this on YouTube on the HWWS WebTV YouTube channel or the Facebook Watch channel. You can also catch audio versions on Google, Amazon Music, Apple Podcasts, iHeartRadio, Stitcher, and all the good stuff. Spotify, pretty much anywhere there's a podcast app, I should be on there. If I'm not on your favorite one, let me know. If you want to support the show, buy some pretty artwork, maybe a sticker, or pre-order a shirt, you can head over to jbauerartshop.com or just go to jbauerart.com and hit the shop tab. You can get awesome stickers like the Back Talk with Bauer sticker. Or you can order the first official T-shirt, the cassette tape, the average of J Bauer Art T-shirt, and you can hit that up on jbauerartshop.com. The shirts are pre-order only. I'm working on getting something more permanent, but if you want to get one of the first rounds of shirts, you have to head over to jbauerartshop.com before October 6th. The cutoff date is October 6th, so if you miss out, you miss out. I'm sorry. But they're really cool. Cassette tape, got some little hidden things in there. Some, spilled paint, of course. And hey, Mama Humphrey, good to see you. Thank you for popping in. Much love to you, Mama Humphrey. And I hope you're doing all right. And then I think that's all for my stuff. But then we've got the awesome sponsors. Of course, we have the amazing sponsor, Kingdom of Comics. Jason and Paula have hopped on board till the end of the year. They were so nice to dig the show so much, dig what I'm doing, and huge supporters of mine. So Kingdom of Comics is a proud sponsor of Back Talk with Bauer. You can find all their stuff at facebook.com/ Kingdom of Comics Shop. They're in Melbourne, Florida at 4320 South Babcock Street. And you can get comics, authorized CGC dealer, their toys, graphic novels, rare collectibles, pops, statues, back issues, and so much more. The place is amazing. You can go and check them out. Huge place. They've got a bar and everything. They even have specials on Fridays. You can get half off any beer with the purchase of a trade paperback or graphic novel. And then make sure to ask about drinks to go deal. They've got all kinds of things going on. And if you're not in the Florida area and you want to support a cool local comic shop and support one of my sponsors, you can hit them up on their Facebook page and they can find whatever you're looking for. That's how I've been shopping with them over the past few months because of freaking COVID. But they have been awesome. I go, hey, you got this, this, and this. And Jason gets it for me. And then I get a personal fun little video of him delivering it to the post office, which is always fun. And he picks different music and causes a ruckus with it. But yeah, please head over to Kingdom of Comics. Tell them that J Bauer Art or Back Talk with Bauer sent you. The other sponsor is my awesome youngest brother, Corey. He's so supportive of what I do. He has hopped on as a sponsor and helped keeping the lights on of this place. But instead of plugging something for him, we plug a charity every month. This month's charity is gamersoutreach.org. You can head over there, find all the amazing stuff they do. It's a charity that provides equipment, technology, software that helps kids in hospitals with treatments. Basically, it gets them video games, gets them playing some games, getting a little bit of normalcy into their lives. A great way to socialize and kind of forget all the craziness that's going on. It helps relieve some trauma. It helps with the long-term visits. And it was all started by high schoolers that loved video games. There's a variety of ways that you can help. You can donate money. There's a big donate button when you go to gamersoutreach.org. then you can also do a fundraiser, which I really want to look into doing soon. Maybe if we can actually get together and play video games sometime this freaking century. But yeah, if anybody's interested in doing a fundraiser, let me know. You could also donate games, and then you can volunteer. So if you want to get more information, want to help out, want to donate, any of that good stuff, head over to gamersoutreach.org. I think that's all the plugs and bullshit and all that stuff. And we did all the nice things now. So now I'm bringing on the guys that are going to bring all the terrible stuff. If you guys have followed me for a while, you have seen the awesome crew that is about to pop on, the crew of Funny to Informing. They've been on at least a couple episodes of Back Talk with Friends. This is the first time they're going to be on Back Talk with Bauer, so this is very cool. I have been on their podcast at least 2 times that I can think of. So let's welcome John, Hanan, and Chris Coleman of Funny to Informing. Hi, guys.
Huge round of applause for these guys.
Opa.
Cheers. We're happy to be here with you, Josh.
Yeah,
It's good to see you guys. It's been a while.
It has. I came COVID prepared. You never know when John's going to infect you with.
Of course. You just never know with the messiness and all the shenanigans he gets into. You just never know.
Oh, dude, even just before we started this, I stepped outside to smoke a cigarette real quick, and there's a cat meowing like right by the door.
He's so surprised there's a stray cat.
That we've never seen in our life, and then a duck like right next to it. They're not bothering each other.
It was weird that there was like a zoo outside my front door.
They're like,
I live in the hood too, so it's like, oh, cool, like the hood and then a duck and a stray cat. What do you know?
So John Hanan is the like the ghetto Dr. Doolittle. Is that what we're saying?
Kind of, yeah.
Yeah, totally.
I tried talking to them, they just fucking ignored me.
yeah, it's been too long since we've gotten together, man. I mean, it's
I think the last time you guys were
especially
on,
me.
It's gone by.
Yeah, I think the last time you guys were on was like what, the second Back Talk with Friends, if I remember correctly.
The second one ever?
I think so.
Wow, okay. I know I heard you. I forgot that it changed from Friends to Back Talk with Bauer, and I'm sad that we're not friends anymore.
No, it's technically 2 different shows. So the main show is Back Talk with Bauer. And then I have like, this is the one that you do the interviews, and it's like usually a one-on-one or like me interviewing somebody. And then the Back Talk with Friends is the all the fuckery and craziness and chaos.
Gotcha.
Okay.
That makes a lot more sense.
Yes. Yeah. I try to do at least one of those a month with a group of people and change it up all the time. The next one is actually going to be during HarleyCon version 2 or 2.0, whatever the hell it is. And I'm gathering a few different people. We're going to do the 8 o'clock time slot again, where we kind of kick off the adult hour. So if anybody wants to join in on the fun, stay tuned for Back Talk with Friends.
When we did that, what was that, back in April for the con?
Yeah, we did CyberCon, and then I think we did another one. I had you guys on with another one.
Yeah, we were on another time. Yeah, we've been on a handful of times. But
yeah,
you talked about us being on your show, and obviously you've been on our show. It was twice. You were correct. Great.
Okay, cool.
But I was happy to come on the show with you this week. I definitely wanted to make it happen this week because this week, a year ago, was your second time on our show when you did our live video broadcast, and you did live on a podcast for the first time. And that
I did see that.
So that was just a year ago now. Yeah.
Man, that's crazy. That doesn't feel like that long ago, but yeah, that's
that was when you did the South Park. The South Park bus.
One of my favorite paintings was done on his the long, what is it, like 2 feet by 2.5 feet by 1 foot or whatever those weird those long canvases you like to do.
Yeah. The it's been so long since I've done one, I can't even remember the size.
You have a bunch behind you there. You have a few of that size.
Oh yeah, all this size. But yeah, that was a lot of fun. That was the first time trying to do a podcast and live paint at the same time, all live.
Yeah,
you held your own nicely. Yeah, it
wasn't too bad.
I feel like I'm a little rusty right now. I mean, because we're gonna have an episode next week, but we've gone 2 weeks now without doing a show.
Yeah, it's the longest I think we've ever had.
Yeah. I mean, it's for personal reasons, and we plan to explain everything. But it's I feel a little rusty. Like I gotta like grease the wheels again.
I'm happy to bring you on your show, Josh, so that our show will be tip top.
That's what my show's for. Everybody knows my show's just
I'll toast to that.
There you go. So how long have you guys been doing the show? I know you guys are up there in the numbers.
I started it in 2017. May. and then
Yes,
he
he
came on in episode 54. So I think that was like
he did it about a
years.
year.
Yeah,
about a year. Yeah, John had been going about a year. I started in late 2017 with you though. You banged out a lot of shows in that short amount of time.
Yeah, so it's about 2 years
We're going
together,
on 2 years
2.5,
together. Yeah,
and then like three and a half total.
and we
So how many episodes now?
152, 53. Yeah, we just surpassed 150. That was kind of our big, notable number to achieve. And
Right.
that's our kind of landmark.
Yeah, that was where like we clipped some of our best moments. Like we categorized them interviews and like flubs or blunders and like unexpected moments. And so we categorized it, but we were just kind of playing these clips that we had already like pre-prepared.
Yeah, in the biz, we call it a clip show. We took a week off.
And we were just doing
Just kidding. It was actually more work than a regular show because it's just us, obviously. So we had to go back and listen to tons of like little blips of the show trying to find good pieces that we wanted to share.
And it didn't help that when it came showtime, we were drinking a little more because it's celebration.
It was celebrating on the microphone, yeah.
So we were making all the mistakes.
Go listen. It was
You at least had an official excuse this time.
I held it together. John fell apart.
No, yeah, but so yeah, it's been a good run, but I don't plan on stopping anytime soon or anything like that. Every once in a while, you have to take a break.
You need a reset.
One reason.
Oh, yeah. I mean, I'm only on episode 22, and I had to. Well, I was supposed to take a time off, and then some personal craziness went down, so I had to take a different week off. Right. And then it ended up turning more work, but there's just times like it's like I'm done talking for a minute. I'll take a week break, get a breather, and then come back the next week or something. So exactly. I definitely understand. And I'm only on this is episode 22. So
each their own, and you never know how much actual legwork goes in behind the scenes on things like this. Like I don't know if John and I are just we don't spend hours at a time doing pre-show, but just here and there, I'm pulling like news clips and just thinking of like funny topics to discuss. There's definitely a lot of a lot of thought that goes into it.
Well, when you have a certain passion, it stays on the front of your mind all the time.
Right.
How
can I use that? Right.
Yeah.
How can I make that funny or turn that into something
or informing?
Oh,
that's really my deal. So
I like it.
Well, and that's kind of on my end too. It's like mine's a little bit different because I gotta make sure I have guests so many down the road, and not go too far because like people kind of forget. So I try to be at least like 4 weeks out. So I'm usually like when I'm not doing this or graphic design, I'm like bugging people. Hey, you want to be on the show? You want to be on the show? Could you please be on the goddamn show?
Yeah, because then you want to kind of promote it a little ways out, but you don't want to go too crazy because then your dates change, or things fall apart.
Yeah.
Ron and I try not to really
like this week.
Exactly. Right. But we never really say like, oh, on the next show, we're going to talk to this person. We'll just say, oh, we're going to have a guest or whatever. The one time recently that we said, oh, next Monday, we're going to sit down. We're going to go to this place. We're going to sit down and talk to this guy. It's going to be a great time because we had it all set and planned, ready to go. But family things came up for him and it ended up getting rescheduled. But that was the one time I felt like an ass because I was like, that's why we don't say it, John. That's why we don't say it.
It is a fine line to dance on, though. Like, you don't want to be in somebody's face about having them on. Like, you want to, like, take, like, a cool guy approach.
Right.
But you don't want to be too lax because you really want to have that person on. And, but you don't want to come off desperate and be like, oh, please, like, I need friends. Like, please, like this psycho. Yeah. So I mean, it's like you're dancing on this line of trying to, like, get people without being, like, overbearing. It's hard. It is hard.
That's kind of where I'm at right now because I've sent out, a few like people because I've been getting like if it's people I know, I go, hey, you want to be on the show? And they're usually like right away. They're like, yeah, no problem. Thank you so much. Right. But like I'm trying to reach out to a few people that I either follow or really into. And it's like, hey, you want to be on the show? And then either I get, oh, yeah, let us look at the calendar and then nothing. Or I just get nothing at all. So I'm like trying to figure out that time, like what's a proper time in between to bug them again.
Yeah. What's the exact number of botherings?
Dude,
we cut off botherings.
Always bug them again because I feel like tell me no and I'll stop.
Right.
Yeah.
Leave you alone and I'll leave you alone. Right.
Yeah. I mean, people just communicate better.
Oh, yeah. And you guys got a bunch of people already popping in. We've got Tony asking, is this where the David Copperfield interview is? Sadly, no.
Oh, you idiot, David Cross. God, get your damn wrong celebrity.
David Cross. Yeah.
We got Lee Stevens saying Chatterbait, which definitely.
Yes.
And then Robert Picken is saying, what's up, guys? So thank you guys for tuning in. I hope you enjoyed it.
There. Yeah.
Yeah, I mean, I and like those are people, you know, that like listen to our
Those
show.
And
very good job, John. We're proud of you.
No, I know they're not bots. I know these guys.
Things right there. No, I like those are people that I've been like missing the communication with over the last 2 weeks, you know. And I kind of made a post today when I knew we were going to be doing this with you. Once we figured that out, I was like, hey guys, like get into the comments, like chat with us. You know, like whatever you could do, because I miss talking to everybody that I was, you know, a little bit ago.
The whole doing the show.
Yeah, but I'm ready to get back into it, you know.
Yeah.
So are you guys, I know at some point when we talked like months ago, you guys weren't doing the live like we're doing here. Are you guys up to doing that now? I haven't been able to catch a show recently. So are you guys doing a live thing or just still recording?
We're just back to just doing what we do best, which is audio stuff. We do the occasional video stuff because we do know that that's like where it's going. Like that's what everybody's kind of, that's where podcasting is going. It started kind of with Joe Rogan and now the world is going there. So I don't know. We try to incorporate that where we can. We both participate. John produces and I'm third mic on a second show, which, you know, Rocky from What's the Fuss. Yes. We are, all three of us together are now What's the Fuss as a group.
Oh, okay. Very cool.
That we do weekly. We've had a couple weeks off from that as well, but that we usually do weekly, and we do video those and put them up on YouTube and Facebook. Yeah. As well as audio podcast every week.
Those we do in video. That's like our sibling show.
Yeah, it's like when we can't decide if it's a sister or a brother.
I always say mine's like an ugly step cousin.
There you go. There you go.
I like that.
That's how I always introduce. I'm like, welcome to the ugly stepsister, the second ugly third cousin, you know, twice removed.
Careful, in Alabama, you can bang your ugly third cousin.
Yeah, that's what I'm trying to get the Alabama market.
There you go, picking them
really
up.
Really big right now.
That's the approval.
Third cousin 10 popping right now.
So for, you know, some people are going to be watching this either on my site or the HWWS WebTV YouTube channel or wherever they end up finding this that may not be familiar with Funny to Informing. What is your show about and what do you guys talk about weekly?
Funny to Informing that you asked because John has a synopsis that he's memorized.
Well, not really.
Do the thing that you do.
Well, it's like a show that we focus on the jokes first with bits of information and stuff from the news and personal stories and sometimes interviews. Is the way I describe it, but that's just
I like that.
It just popped into my head.
He's never said that before.
No, I'm already seeing that as an intro to make. I just want to get it as I wanted to like play it twice, though. One kind of like the regular one, and then like really at the end, just really speed it up all of a sudden, like you know, the car dealership things or whatever.
The disclaimer, the legal disclaimer, which we actually had to make one of those for our show because we have a segment with radio guy, old school Orlando radio guy, Central Florida radio guy, Tuttle. He's known for as crass as I can be. Tuttle goes above and beyond that most times. And so you just kind of as a joke, but also dead seriously for that segment because we just give them 10 minutes on a topic and tell them say whatever you want. Your opinions are your opinions. So I scripted down a tiny little quick legal disclaimer, read it as fast as I can. And then John produced it and sped it up, but kept my voice down to a nice. It wasn't chipmunking.
Oh man, see, you had to mess it up. It could have been chipmunk.
He has the file. We listened to it that way a couple times ago.
All thoughts and opinions. Yeah.
Oh boy. Oh man. Big shout out to my brother Jesse. Thank you for popping in, sir. Have fun at fair and don't cause too much trouble. And Biggie from the one and only Deli Fresh Threads popping in. Hello, sir.
That man is a gem of a human being.
Really, he's my birthday twin, and nice. Virgo. I love that guy. Some of the best merch in town. I need to find out who he does his merch through because we do our merch. It's great, but maybe Biggie knows better people. But buy his stuff at Deli Fresh Threads.
Yeah,
we need. Go ahead.
Oh, I was just gonna say because he was talking about that's his birthday twin, and yeah, like he just turned 40.
Oh, you do not look 40, sir.
Thank you. I get that all the time. I appreciate it.
And you have a grandkid, right?
That too. Yeah. No,
yeah, that one really messes with me.
Grays in my beard and an old daughter. So yeah.
How old do I look, Josh?
50. But anyways,
Son of a bitch.
I'll take it.
I gotta say, while we're so everybody watching this is just gonna be a cluster. It's not gonna be the normal like straight up interview.
Hard for us to answer questions to this week.
I have a couple written down, but I knew this was just going to be a mess. But we can pull out the cards a little bit towards the end.
Okay.
But I knew we would just riff, and this would be a mess anyways. So I didn't want to be too formal.
I love it when people are on their show and they're like, "I knew this would be a mess."
You're not the first one that said that. It's is that an insult or do
I don't know. Take it as not.
No, it is not. You guys are one of the shows that I go on to, or when I have you guys on, I just know it's a chill BSing conversation. If I go and have like, even I had John from the owner of Badass Sandwiches or Badass Sandwich.
Great guy.
And it was a very cool conversation between he and I, but I still like polished it up a little bit.
Yeah, you wanted to have some stuff in your back pocket, ready to bring.
You guys are friends. We're just BSing and getting each other's shows to each other. And, I've been on your show a couple of times now, so I wanted to return the favor now that I have a show. Awesome. So it's easy just, BSing with
you on here all the time, man. I see you, I see you week to week. And we mentioned Biggie. Biggie, is he done your show or he's doing it this week?
He did do my show. He was a couple episodes ago.
Okay. Yeah, like I said, love that guy. Another guy I've been meaning to kind of, I would like to kind of meet and talk to because I find him very interesting and talented is Eric Pabon or Pabon.
Pabon.
Yeah, the artist. Dude does awesome artwork, man.
I just bought his sticker pack from Tom and Dan. Okay. And that'll probably be going on. I'm looking into getting an iPad later this year, so that's probably going to go on the case and have a few stickers of his. And then I bought his T-shirt, the green one with TMNT Arcade on it.
Yeah.
So I'll be getting that.
Cool shirt designs and just cool designs in general.
Oh yeah.
Yeah, I see you on here talking to all the local talent.
Oh yeah. I'm getting whoever I can get on here. Whoever's brave enough to hop on this shit show I call a
glad we could join the shit show of them and bring our mess.
Yeah. See, that's our problem sometimes. Like
so much mess.
Oh my. That's like we have a hard time like sometimes dealing with like a guest or having a third person on or somebody that we can interview, which we try to structure a little more. But like just the two of us sometimes is like this like intense, chaotic scene. So for
I had that stuck in my head too.
Make shit if we try. Sorry.
No, back to the question that I had like 3 hours ago. We were talking merch. I love the Chalkboard logo that you guys have now.
I'm glad you brought that up. We have a bunch. We just got a new run of stickers.
Oh,
which we have on green screen.
What?
So you can't see because they're green.
How do you guys have green screen on?
A brick sticker of John's face, a brick on John's face, or my face.
Why is it brick?
Because we forgot that I put it on green screen mode with the brick background, but we don't have a green screen. But I'm wearing green shorts, so.
Oh my god.
Are they working? They're not working now?
They were working. Squat down a little bit more.
I don't know.
It was like when you first came up, it was just
and my thighs were bricks. It was pretty cool. But
I would like one of those magnets, by the way, please.
Okay, well, these are stickers. We'll get you
a sticker, whatever. I want both.
Like the chalkboard logo that you mentioned.
Yes.
Yeah, I'm gonna work on fixing that while we keep talking.
Yeah, because we were messing around and we got a little crazy and we turned the green screen on. We messed it up.
And I was like, just leave it on. If I get up, my shorts will be bricks.
So my first question is, when do we get that? Is that available on a T-shirt yet? Is it coming soon?
We are going to work on that, but I think
it'll be merch. We are going to do merch with it.
Yeah, and our first step was because we're trying to do like Patreon shows for people who just like give us a couple bucks a month to help us, do what we can to afford to be able to do
buy stuff like this, right?
Yeah,
stickers, magnets, stuff like that.
Yeah, and so our first round is going to definitely go out to our patrons. We're only going to get a little bit in the very beginning. These stickers we have enough of. But,
but definitely we're taking care of our patrons first and foremost. And then we have a bunch of these stickers, so we'll make them available if anybody wants them. You can email us at funnytoinforming@gmail.com. Hook us up with the necessary information. We will send those out to you. Like I said, right now they're just, you can't see, but they're green, so you can't see them. But the green design, and they're 3x3. So yeah, so we're gonna be hooking people up with that. It will definitely be merch at some point in time. Honestly, our merch guy is we like him. He's really on it. Sometimes he sends us stuff and he's like just ideas, and he'll be like this buff that I'm wearing. He sent me this buff.
Yeah, those are sharp.
And I actually stupidly I was like, no, don't do them. Because they weren't super cheap, right? And I was like, I don't think people are going to pay that much for them. And now I see what people pay for these buffs. And I'm like, damn it, it's the same price as everybody else is paying. And I was like, I feel like nobody's going to pay that. And by the time they really hit and start to sell, maybe we won't even be wearing them anymore. But it's never turning back. We're wearing buffs and masks for the rest of eternity, I'm sure.
Yeah, if there was one thing I wish I had, it was like that artistic mind, but it's good that we have a few people we can reach out to, yourself included, to like give us ideas on like what would look cool, because I never have any idea, and that people present these, their own ideas to us, and like thank God that there's other people like there to support us and help us out. It's always
just willing to do it. Like I said, the guy that does our merch, the Decal Junkies, will send me proofs of stuff and be like, "What do you think?" He'll make up a shirt, and I'll like the shirt, and I'll go, "Yeah, run with it." So I love sending him this, and we're gonna get first some magnets, and then we're gonna probably do a shirt.
It's a special thing in that sense of community.
Yeah, I'm definitely getting a shirt when that comes out because I absolutely love that logo. It's very cool.
It's cool. Let me give the guy a shout out who made it. Again, I'll show it one more time. This beautiful brick wall. It's a cool chalkboard design, guys. I wish we could show it to you better. But Eddie Beast. He's an old school BDM. I know him from Tom and Dan days as well. B-E-I-S, Eddie, B-E-I-S. I think he pronounces it Beast. He's on Instagram as slacker_no1, N-O-1, slacker_1.
He and I follow each other on Instagram.
Yeah, he's a super talented artist as well. And literally, I reached out to him and I've never met him in person, but we've been like online friends for years. And I saw a lot of his stuff, and I reached out and I sent him a picture of our traditional logo, and I said, I want you to do something. I think, did I have the chalkboard idea? I don't even remember. I think I gave him very little anything. And I said, I want you to take, here's our logo. Here's what the show's about. Take this existing logo and just do your spin on it. Use our iconography and just do your spin on it. And he made this awesome chalkboard logo with both of our faces and the name of the show. And it looks like somebody drew it on a chalkboard. It's got the little wood frame around it. Yeah, super happy.
I either see it as an all green shirt, and it's like the whole shirt's the chalkboard, and you get the big thing there,
the big logo, and chalk writing on the
cool. Either that or a black shirt, and then you've got like just a big the big chalkboard with the actual rim and everything. Yeah. I definitely can't wait to see that.
Mock something up. You know where to reach
me. So, we talked a little bit about you guys, John, starting the show. Where did the name come from?
Dude, I had like 200 names, no lie. And I was going through the list, and I was trying to like find one that was simple enough, like Googleable, if that's a word.
It is now.
It is now. Okay, cool. Yeah, so something easy to find, through search, and then I don't know, it was like number 40 something, and I was going down the list like for probably the 10th to 15th time, and then there were some really good ones too. I have to find that piece of paper, but somewhere down the list, Funny to Informing was right there, and then I punched it in, and there was nothing. There was like stuff that was funny and informing, like as advertised, but there was like no title, like no name to it. So I was like FTI, capital F, capital T, lowercase I. The information logo as the I, and I mean it was amazing. It was I got really lucky with.
He did get really lucky to get that name.
Yeah,
he gets a lot of props on.
It's like the news junkie. It's simple enough and point.
I mean, but better.
Oh yeah,
let's be fair.
The news junkie's own son likes our show better than his. So.
Right.
I have heard those secret shows. I have heard all that fun. I have heard other things that have gone down on secret shows too, but we will keep those in the secret show.
Look, the underbill of my hat is a brick wall.
Yeah, I've noticed that.
We're finding all the brick walls in this house.
Oh, look, I have a parking ticket brick wall from downtown. Anybody that knows downtown Orlando, you get a parking ticket and a brick wall envelope. Here's boom. If I hit this back here, I'd be like, look, guys, I'm going to slide this paper in this wall.
I love.
Somebody asked if this where the David Copperfield interview was. They were yes. This is where. Sorry, go ahead.
I was watching because I listen to the monsters at work and I have them on my YouTube channel, or I have them on YouTube on my computer while I'm sitting at work and everything. And they were playing around because they use Zoom, and they were playing around with all the stuff that you can get in Zoom. Have you guys seen the anime thing now?
Is that where that's coming from?
I'm pretty sure.
Sharing that, and I'm like, what filter is that? Instagram, Snapchat? I don't know where this filter is, but yeah, it doesn't look like the fucking people that are posting it. I know your face when you posted people. You don't look like these anime characters.
But Ryan Holmes was playing with it. Ryan Holmes was playing with it, and it didn't look like him, but it gives him a full face. The mouth kind of moves with it, but it almost looks like an anime. Like they don't move right.
I've only seen still photos. I didn't know that it was like a video.
Oh yeah, and then he goes and he had his hat off, and he goes and puts his hat on, and it becomes the anime, and he can take it on and off.
What?
And then man, it was mind blowing. I'm just looking
nothing, no anime,
nothing.
Still just an ugly white guy.
But the technology that's going on right now is we're for StreamYard here, I pay for it. I pay for my own to get, so you can get all the prettiness around it, but you can get it for free. And they have the green screen option. And we were doing a Batman Day like episode or something. Oh, there you go.
There's a brick striper on my beard. Sorry.
That ADD. Oh, speaking of hanging with Web Show, what's up, GW? Good to see you, sir. Thank you for popping in. It's Pop.
We're going to get in trouble.
We are going to get in trouble. He usually is in here to yell at me. We're behaving so far.
Yeah, he's so nice. Yeah.
I'm going to do the George Carlin bit at the end.
But when we were doing the Batman Day, the Hanging With has this cool, their set is like an actual brick wall that they can split in half. And then it's got one of my paintings that I split in half for them. Well, they go and they're like, oh, check this out. And they go and split it in half. And they had the bat symbol. And it's perfectly fit in there. It looks just like a window with the bat symbol in Gotham City. And it looks fantastic. And they just left it there the whole time.
Oh, man.
That's awesome.
The technology that we have right now at our fingertips to do all this. And I'm going to shit on my show. I'm not shitting on your show. But the stupid shit I'm doing on here, just going and talking to random people and especially Back Talk with Friends, just the fuckery that goes on in there. The technology we have to do all this is insane.
Right.
I know.
It really is. And you know what? That is one thing pandemic has helped the world out with. Like, it's pushed a lot of this to the forefront. Now everybody in their house is up, is back, anybody that's done any online downloading and things like that for a long enough time has known about seeders and leechers, right? Now everybody's a seeder. It's not a world of leechers anymore.
Yeah.
Says a guy who knows shit about online shit. But I do know those words. Is that right, John?
That's correct, Coleman.
Checks out with my tech guy.
The technological. Those advances have been so crazy lately, and I mean, because I know like Tesla wants to come out with a car soon that's only like $25,000, like a super affordable car. Like we were talking about, kind of like the anime thing. There's like a thing now, like face swap, where you can put like a celebrity's face on yours or put yourself in movies.
Oh yeah.
That one
earlier, yeah.
That one is sometimes it's amazing. Other times it just looks weird as shit.
Like, it gets like I guess there's like tweaks that have to be made, But
some are not perfect. I feel like it's whatever technology you're using. If you have a really good PC or whatever, and you're using one of the better companies, I'm sure it comes out smooth.
I'm going to grab a beer. Josh, you want one?
I'll take one. Yeah.
Okay. John, get yourself one and get one of those special beers. We'll share it with Josh on the show.
Yeah, like Lee says, it's the one's called Deep Fake. I think that one's that you get the really good ones.
Is that it? Okay.
I'm pretty sure.
I know Deep Fakes were one of the first ones that really hit, and they were the ones that would like sync up your mouth movement.
Yeah.
Other audio and video mouth movement. And yeah,
it's crazy.
It's scary, honestly, to think what people could be making videos of you right now.
Yep. And I'm really happy. It's really crazy with like how I'm doing this show with StreamYard, because I've been able to interview people that aren't even in the same state, because how you were doing a lot of podcasts before, like even with you guys, I came to your place and we had to pick a certain time, certain day. Hey, what's up, Patricio? Thank you for popping in, sir.
Never heard of him.
No.
Speaking of shit shows,
The Orlando shit, or is it the Orlando shit show, or is it just the shit show?
I think
the Orlando shit show.
The Orlando shit show.
Yeah.
He's making
with the side of chaos, the Orlando shit show. I was actually just on that the other day. We were supposed to be helping somebody get into podcasting, and I think we scared them more than helped them.
So from rock hard to hot, wet, and steamy, how shitty was it?
Oh my god. Here we go. It is oh my god, it's Chris Coleman and John Hanan.
It's like the $6 Million Man. Speaking of technology, we can make him stronger. We can make him better.
Yeah,
but it's really cool that I can I connected with an old friend when I first started this. I connected with an old friend in California. Like we grew up together, and he lives in California now, and we got to do the show together. That wouldn't have been possible without what's been going on. And
right,
you're having way too much fun with that green screen.
It's awesome.
This guy's on something today.
I'm just really glad it's a brick wall and not like a dirty picture. Or
we didn't have enough time for me to upload.
God only knows what it would have been for me to do
or whatever. I don't want to search on my computer.
We mess around like children when nobody's watching, and then this is dialed
or
back.
when people are watching.
Yeah,
this is dialed back. For sure, we are keeping it under wraps right now.
We are keeping it pretty clean. I'm very proud of us because we've gone terrible. Check out if you want to see the dirty, not so clean versions. Head over to my YouTube channel, J Bauer Art, and you can find the first and second episodes of Back Talk with Friends, and it just gets really weird there.
Yeah,
he's not kidding. Or listen to any Funny Tune for me.
Yes.
So all right, I've been seeing these online for like a year, and I knew they were in other markets or not around here, but we were at the liquor store before the show, and I was buying my beer with the brick topper on it.
Right.
And we saw some new stuff that I've not seen in person. It's by PBR, right? PBR. We all know PBR. Cheap, swill beer. But this is PBR 5% hard coffee.
Oh.
Yeah. So it's like coffee and milk with 5% alcohol.
It could go either way.
Yeah. How much longer do we have on this show? Because
however long you want to.
It might be a 15-minute hot shit our pants.
Nah, I think we'll be all right.
But we're gonna try these out right here with you on the show.
There we go. I'll stick to my Kool-Aid, but yeah, I'll tell you.
It smells. I'm telling you that right now. It smells really good.
Cheers, guys.
John can't smell.
Dude, I lost my sense of smell. We can get into that if you want to talk about that. But yeah, John literally Well, I started looking it up because I got pretty sick maybe a month and a half ago.
COVID.
So I thought I probably may have had COVID. And since then I've gotten better, and everything went away except somebody told me that something smells horrible this one day. And I'm like, I don't know.
This guy works in irrigation and sometimes runs into septic stuff. So occasionally he gets some terrible smells.
Yeah. So if like poopy comes into the air, somebody's like telling me like, oh my God, that smells like shit. And then I'm like, well, I don't smell really anything. And then that's when I knew. I was talking about one day, we were on our hands and knees in a front yard. Don't ask what we were doing. No, we were doing irrigation work. And there was a septic line in the yard. And we knew that. And we thought we were away from it. We dug like literally one shovel into the ground and pulled the dirt out. And there's a big open hole. And it's a septic runoff. And it smelled like a septic runoff, like you would think a septic runoff would smell. And John, I stood up immediately and was like, oh my God. And John is still down there like looking in the hole. And I'm like, what the hell, dude? You don't smell that? And he's like, no. And that's when I was like, your brain is broken, John. You need to see a neurologist and find out where the nose line to the brain line got disconnected, but he cannot smell anything, which I contend has to be affecting his taste. He can't taste anything either,
yeah.
Right?
Yeah, they go hand in hand.
Nose and mouth, but that's fine.
But if I don't know. All right. I wasn't even going to say what I was going to say because there is an optimistic look on this, but
oh my God!
No, we're not going to go there.
It's more something he would say on our show.
We've been doing a good job so far, and I want to keep it that way. But maybe
it's a sexual positive thing?
Yeah. It's a sexual positive thing. But I
knew what I was getting into when I brought you two on. I knew exactly. Yeah, I told you before. I knew exactly what I was getting into.
But
my first thought was, how gross is your girlfriend?
I'm not even.
Turns out he doesn't know because he can't smell.
Yeah. I thought I would have more of a problem because that's always the age-old question. Like, what sense are you cool with losing, of everything?
Right.
Well, smell is not usually on there. Because that's easy as fuck.
Yeah.
It doesn't ruin your life. You don't need a singing smell dog.
Yeah, see, I'm
a smelling nose dog.
I'm good not smelling. I just realized now I can do without.
Who says that I can do without?
See, I can't even imagine it. Like, I've seen that game. People are always like, oh, what sense could you lose? And like, I'm like, I don't want to lose any of them because like everyone I think of, like they're all super important, especially like for me, smell is like, I have a real sensitive nose, so I can smell things like way far away. I can smell stuff that nobody else smells. And, it like, I love the smell of food or certain scents, like, like the fall scent that comes in and everything.
I just smelled this coffee. It smelled awesome. I drank it. It tastes awesome. I'm going to get drunk off coffee, guys. Leave me alone.
Smells like nothingness.
It smells like.
Or does it just taste cold and wet? Those aren't tastes.
No, can you taste coffee? Do you taste the coffee?
It's like chocolatey mocha.
It is chocolatey. It is chocolatey.
Like
he's got to at least be toned down a bit, though. It's probably not as strong as we had it before.
It's numb. It's a numb taste scenario for this guy.
Yeah, it's but PBR actually does make an okay hard coffee.
Yeah. I'll tell you what, better than their beer.
There we go, PBR. You can sponsor the show because we just said you made an okay coffee.
Because we used to want Hangin to sponsor us, but not anymore, you racist bastards. So PBR, you're welcome.
Yeah, Ying is in some hot water.
We're actually going to talk about that on the show. That's going to be a big news story for us.
Yeah.
We just recently found out some pretty big allegations on Yingling and supporting fascism and neo-Nazis and things.
Oh, snap.
Yeah.
Don't you hate when you're a fan of something? And
that was my favorite beer until a week ago.
And then taken away from you, or like they say, like, never meet your heroes, and then you meet your hero, and it's so disappointing.
Right, and then the Rock kicks you in the balls. I mean, I don't know. It didn't happen to me. I was talking about from
just hypothetically.
Hypothetically.
Yes.
Anthony Hopkins spits on your mom. It's like what the fuck, bro?
Yeah. Oh yeah.
So I know, like, things are starting to open up a little bit as this recording live session, whatever the hell you want to call this. Florida has gone into phase 3 of reopening or whatever. This
phase 3. What are the phases? What is 3? What was 2?
So I don't really know what 2 was because I thought we got in trouble when we were 2 and we went back to 1.
Right?
So I guess we skipped 2.
I work in a bar restaurant, okay? And I'm like, when was 2 and what is 3? Like, I remember 1 because we opened back up, and we've just been very careful ever since.
Right.
But I'm not really sure what 2 and 3 are/were.
So 3 now is more opened up. So like restaurants can act
more capacity.
Yeah, more capacity. Like you can do.
We're at 50.
I think you could do full capacity now.
Wow.
Really?
I'm pretty sure.
But just
don't quote me on it. Go do your own research because
before we record again, we'll be much more funnily informed.
No. Yeah, nothing's definitive.
No guarantees.
What we're saying.
No guarantees.
Yeah.
But it's like basically the restaurants and bars can return back to normal. They do still suggest to try to keep a little bit of social distancing and things of that nature, but you can go back to the full capacity and a lot of things are like can go back to normal. There's still like sports they want to keep like half capacity still.
Okay. I've been going to some soccer matches.
Yeah. Gyms are fully open.
Okay.
Like you do full capacity on there. I'm like, oh good, I still won't go.
Yeah. And I know
great. Like my built-in excuse to not go to the gym is fucking ruined.
You got to enjoy it for so many months there.
Yeah, right.
With like the NFL teams starting up, they had the option of having people in their stadiums or not, and some of the owners chose not to.
Yeah.
Some fans are going to see their teams, but they're not allowing it. So
I thought the NFL was playing in a bubble.
No.
Of misogyny.
No.
I don't know. So, all right, we're talking about the phases, and I have to read this joke because part of me is laughing and part of me is scared because I don't know if it's a thinly veiled Nazi joke in support. Read it, the GW joke.
Oh, I did.
Phase 3 in Germany, phase 3 in Germany, they called it, quote, the final solution.
Did you see phase 4 too?
Oh no, businesses can charge you extra for COVID-19. That's funny. Also less anti-Semitic, so it's probably a win-win.
Yeah.
Oh, that's sad.
See, he can be bad on our shows.
I like it. Yeah, he's like, down, let me make Nazi jokes.
Pop got all excited. Maybe he forgot his meds again.
I love Garrett, man.
So when this, we're getting a little bit back to normal. Things are opening up some more, and I have not experienced my show in a normal world yet. But you guys had your show going on before hell broke loose and all that stuff. What are some of your?
We kept going through the whole thing. Like, we never missed a week because honestly, John and I, aside from John's girlfriend and his boss, the people that he sees every single day, outside of that small core group, we were the only, John was like, if I'm going to get it, John's going to get it. And if John gets it, I'm going to, you know what I mean? So it was like, we might as well keep doing a show until one of us can. Yeah.
Oh, yeah. Yeah.
It was like, checkmate.
Got.
So what is do you guys have any plans once things start opening up more, doing more live shows? Like, you got anything that you want to do?
That is a big part.
We do want to work towards that live aspect again. We were on Twitch for, a handful of months there.
Or even live go-to shows is what I want.
Yeah. And live recording. Yeah.
Live recording.
We love, the idea of not being kind of held down in a studio all the time. I get bored looking at the same walls all the time. So it's to be able to go to different places is really gonna be a lot of fun to get back to again. And like, even though like some of them are over the phone and some of them are going to be in person, but I miss doing the interviews. We've been apprehensive on doing those again right now just because of everything going on. So between the interviews and being able to go places,
because we much prefer doing them live. I'll tell you that. We've done phone a bunch of times from all over the place, some even to Australia. We talked to a 4th tier rapper from Australia.
A rapper from Australia.
Like, I know they exist. White guy too. Anyway,
we
much prefer live interviews as we learn through time. But that's, maybe that's coming back around a little more. We're kind of getting back there, but I don't know. John and I we're fine. If we don't have interviews, we can make a show out of something.
Oh yeah. I'll throw my body into something. Or get it.
Yeah. John needs to get a tattoo. I've come up with so many stupid tattoos for him.
Do you have a tattoo, Josh?
I have 3.
3. Okay.
Yep. Beating you 300%.
Damn it.
I'm saving up for the next one, but yeah, I have 3.
Okay. Damn. I thought you didn't, so I was going to be like, ha, bitch, eat that. But
mine are just hidden really well.
No tattoo. Speaking of final solutions, Garrett, he can be buried in a Jewish cemetery.
Garrett's past the 5% insure.
That's what he said.
Wow.
We still have to. It may change a little bit now because I now have an official show, but I still think we need to do a go to like a location show together.
I'm down for it. Plus, we want to get back into like doing meetups eventually. Like, we got really lucky in that we did our second ever podcast meetup on March 1st, and the world kind of shut down around March 3rd, 20th. So 2-3 weeks before we were all, scared and intimidated by COVID, we still were able to do a really cool downtown Orlando meetup. We did like a 5-bar bar hop, and it was an awesome meetup. It was one of the better meetups I've ever been to, period. I had a great time. And the core group of people that showed up were awesome. So we're really anxious to get back into that, obviously without pushing.
Yeah. I think that's what's missing in my show right now is trying to get out to more places and do the actual legwork of stuff. Cause I've got, everything looks pretty good. I've got a nice setup, nice thing and all that. I'll still keep my interviews like this. Cause I did a podcast before, but I hate having to be at a certain place at a certain time to, and to have the guy, the other mic guy here and do all that crap. So I'm like,
punctuality.
Yeah. I'm like, all I got to do is sit here until the people come on the screen, and I bug them until they come on, like these guys. And then
sometimes you're pooping.
Yeah.
Sometimes you poop through the intro. I was pretty cool because we were backstage, so you don't know.
I said he was pissed. Yeah, I guess he was taking a shit. We just
I went by this brick wall I know and took a jump.
Yeah, you were like, yo, where you guys at? Oh my God.
I'm like, we're getting closer. We're getting closer.
I was like, oh, chill out. We're fine.
I do feel bad for Jeremy Matthews. He said COVID stopped him from finishing his sleeve. That sucks.
Oh, that's fine. It didn't stop him. It just postponed him. Unless, God forbid, his tattoo artist was stricken with COVID and died.
Let him save up some more money. He can get bigger.
Exactly.
More color.
Yeah.
You go back bigger and better, Jeremy. You're good. First world problems, bro.
All right. So I think we've chatted and talked to you about your show enough. Are you guys ready for now? These aren't the terrible questions like I normally do with you guys. These are more tame. These are pod decks. I've been using them quite a bit. They're awesome. If you run a show and need help, if you're starting a show, running a show, or trying to come up with new ideas, check out pod decks. They got a bunch of different versions, and they're really cool. Oh, here we go. What's the worst pickup line you've ever heard or dished out?
I am still equal parts amazed and impressed with when those like super cheesy ones work. I hear girls say all the time, like, I would love it if you would, how much does a polar bear weigh? Enough to break the ice. Like some girls are like, oh, I would love that. It's so funny and cute, and it would win me over. And some, obviously, what I would anticipate them more being of, that's cheesy, get away from me.
Yeah.
I hear those things work. That being said, I don't think I've ever used one of those. If I have, it was like ironically, and it wasn't to their face. I will tell you that. I don't have the balls to like walk up to some random woman in a bar and say that to her face.
No, I don't think I've actually heard one like in play or like out in the wild, and I definitely would never go there to use one.
Right.
But
I was just in Nashville, and I should have just randomly walked up to some girl and used the 10 IC line. You know that one?
No.
Well, are you from Tennessee? Because you're the only 10 I see. It's terrible.
Yeah.
I didn't have and I had to immediately kill myself afterwards. So, it didn't happen.
The worst one I've heard is like are you from Mars? Or are you from another planet? Because your ass is out of this world.
Oh, God.
And it's like, what? Really?
Are you out of space? Because all I'm thinking about is Uranus.
GW chimes in with one.
Tell me at funny2informe@gmail.com.
That would work.
/ Uranus.
That would work.
Damn it! Right.
GW says, "Hey, I'm new in town. Can you tell me how to get to your place?" That is that's actually not terrible. It's not the cheesiest one I've heard.
It's not the cheesiest. It is, however, one of the creepiest.
A little stalkery, I guess. A little stalkery. See, I've been with my wife since we graduated high school, so I've never had to hit on anybody. So I have no idea how that works. If I ever get divorced, I'm
about being
la-di-da. Been out of the game for years now.
Yes.
No, I've been out of
humble brag. A nice woman scooped you up decades ago. Good.
No.
Some of us are lonely and cry ourselves to sleep.
No, I'm with you. Being with my girlfriend for 5 years, I appreciate not having to work so hard anymore for that.
I bet. All right, so we got this. Since we talked about Coleman's age, what makes you feel old?
Oh, ouch.
Simple, dumb things. Simple, dumb things.
Okay.
Waking up some days, depending on how I slept.
Yep.
And I figured it out, and I think it's partly legitimate in that I had a couple car accidents and my shoulders were affected in them, and I have some neck injuries and stuff. But it's not stuff that I like feel on a day-to-day basis. That and the fact that my work that I did for like 20 years was like almost all in my shoulders. So to now, since this car wreck like 3 years ago, there'll be days I'll wake up, and if I sleep on my stomach a lot. If I sleep with my arm, a lot of times I'll sleep with my arm up, or if my arms are in a weird position, and I will wake up and be locked up.
Oh.
And it's not just my shoulders though. Some days it's my hips, and it's like I'm only 40. I just turned 40. I'm 40 in 5 days or something. But it's the simplest type shit like that, and stuff that 10 years ago I could have done, blindfolded on my hands with no issue. Like going and getting blackout drunk. Like I pay the price for 2 days for that now. Where I would be, maybe I would just sleep in and I'd be okay.
Right.
Now it doesn't matter when I wake up. I don't want to wake up.
No, it hit me hard with like the other day. I was just wanted for fun to watch SpongeBob. You know, I was just scrolling through what I should watch,
as one does,
and came across SpongeBob. Was like fun. Used to watch it when I was a kid, and then you realize how old SpongeBob is now and how long it's been around.
I can't believe it.
You're like, calm down, SpongeBob. You can't say the N word on TV anymore.
It's terrifying to think of like how long ago everything was, and just like where the time went. And then if you try to think back on it, like parts of it felt fast, parts of it felt slow, but all of it's like it's gone. So whatever you remember, but that time is gone. So
time is gone.
So do you like okay, so I've been here 27 years. So for the next 27 years, I have to try to remember, like, take a step back, look at everything as a whole every once in a while, kind of appreciate the moments that you're in, even like this one. And, you know, but the first 27 years was just kind of like me adjusting to everything and figuring shit out and not even realizing that, like, you know, YOLO, you only get the one life.
The first 27 years. That's funny to me that you say, when you say it like that, because as big of an age difference John and I have, we normally don't see it or feel it or are affected by it at all. We just fall into the same shit. And sometimes he likes older shit than I like. And I'm like, what are you, an old man? That's fucking old shit. It's funny now to hear him say it like that, because I just came back from out of town, and I saw a friend when I went out of town that I hadn't seen since middle school. And I did the math, and the last time I saw this person was 26 years ago.
Wow.
Ooh.
John's 27 years old. So the last time I saw this person in person was when John was born or whatever.
He was in diapers.
And I just went and spent a weekend with this person over in Nashville or whatever. And it was, I don't know, it's crazy. And like as much time as it felt like time, a lot of time had passed, it also didn't. But it goes to say that like your life goes in like chapters and segments. And like there was that time in my life when I was 16 years old, and you know, I was doing, I thought my life would be one thing, and I was doing one thing. I was a student, you know, a kid in school. And then there was my 20s, I was raising a kid. And then there was my 30s where I was kind of still raising a kid, but also like finding my own independence. And then shit really hit the fan when my kid went out on her own, and I was no longer having to raise a kid.
Right.
And I had some, you know, and I was like well into my 30s and had a little bit of responsibility and shit underneath me. And now I don't have shit because I fucking really just hit the fan hard.
Well, and this COVID thing has felt like 3 years instead of like, because like I just saw the Hanging with Web show crew last Saturday. I went down and installed some vinyl onto their vehicle, and Garrett and I were talking beforehand. I'm like, when's the last time I've seen you guys in person? He goes, I think it was February when we did Sci-Fi Bartow. I'm like, oh, shit. And it honestly felt like years since I've seen them. Like we've done the computer stuff and done the video things, but that's, you know, it's only feels like so much. But yeah, seeing him in person just felt like I haven't seen him in at least a couple of years.
Because that's what sucks is like this interaction. It does like satisfy, you know, for the time being.
Get you by.
Right.
Like not personal interaction.
There's going to be another moment where I'm actually going to want to see you, Josh. You know, like we're going to actually want to hang out, you know, instead of doing this.
I can't slap your ass from here.
All right. That's my favorite part of seeing you guys. You end the show, you slap my ass, and then I get going. It's great.
Yeah. This
Till next time, buddy.
This gets by for now, but I mean,
right. It does. It satisfies for now, but it is not the same. And as much as you said, it is weird because it feels like forever ago, pre all of this, when we saw people, like I mentioned, our meetup that we had, you hanging out with Garrett and them, with Hanging with Web Show.
Yep.
Which, by the way, Garrett says he has bunions older than me.
I'm sure you do.
I believe it, Pop. I believe it.
But while that at one part of it feels like it was so long ago, also it's like you also think back and you go, holy shit, it's almost October. Like almost 2021.
Yep.
I don't know. I hope 2021 finds us all a hell of a lot better than 2020 did. I'll tell you that. Every year, John and I kind of take that into the next year for the show and think like, oh, next year we're going to grow by this, you know, exponentially, and do this and do that and have the best year ever for the show. And 2020 is kind of kicked us in our ass and really stalled us out. We haven't really gone backwards, but we haven't done a whole lot of going forward.
Yeah.
We're starting to do a little more now, but I really hope that next year, you know, we can do better at that. And I feel, and you and, you know, everybody else that has those aspirations. We're not held back.
That's the weird thing, because I've been talking to a few people here and there, and we've been talking about this year and how it's like thrown, you know, a lot of things have gotten messed up in this year. But for me, it's kind of like cleared some things up for me. Like it basically showed me, okay, you're done painting for a while. You're done with the regular traditional art.
Right.
You need to pivot and move on. You know, you beat a dead horse for 7 years. Yeah. I think you just scared the shit out of John.
We don't need a break. Shut up.
But you know, it was like everything stopped, everything closed up. I went through, like, I had a whole month of things to do, and then they just went away. And I go, what do I do now?
Right.
Well, it forces you to prioritize, like, too. Like, you, like, whatever you hold first. You know, for some people, they're holding their job higher than their family. You know, and and you have to figure out if you're going to go, like, take care of your family during all this, or try to keep them protected, or if you're going to try to keep your job, or, you know, or if you take it as seriously, you know, as some people have, and not as serious as others have. You know, it's you have to figure, like, it's really been forcing people to pick what is most important to them
and where they put their energy.
Yeah, and it's going to come out of people in 2020, where it's starting to get to these extremities.
People are making cuts left and right.
That's exactly what I did. I made the I made the art, you know, go to the back seat, and I brought the graphic design, and then created the podcast, and those have been the top two, and it has changed a lot of things. And like, honestly, life wise and going to see people wise, and like the outside world thing for me has gone downhill. Right. But you know, the career and the art and the creative side and all my like it's like I've been fine-tuned, and like as soon as I get ready, you know, as soon as they go, okay, you can go out to people now, you know, and I go, I'm doing this and this.
Right. But that's cool that you've been banking it up and putting it in all, you know, putting time into the creative side of it. I feel like I wish John and I could have done a little more of that. My work wasn't super affected. It was for a little while, but John's work really was not affected at all with this. He's been in construction, so that never really took a back seat. So we didn't really necessarily have that, aside from the not being able to, you know, quote unquote, go out and see friends and do things publicly so much like that. But we've still been, like I said, been doing our recording and stuff. But I wish we would have had more time. But I really have appreciated seeing the forced creativity from the world. Really, like, my favorite people creators now that I didn't even know were creators or weren't doing that much creating before the pandemic, that got forced to stay at home through quarantine and furloughing from their jobs and shit. It's cool to see some of that, you know?
Yeah, that phrase, where there's a will, there's a way, has been like to the forefront of like the 2020 narrative, where people are just finding a way to get it done. Like, you know, and now like companies are figuring out ways that people can work from home, even when all is said and done, and this like thing starts to normalize.
Yeah, why not? I've always worked in restaurants, but I've always been like, man, if I could work at home, I would love that.
Oh yeah.
Part of the biggest thing for me hating going to work is getting up and leaving my house to do that. So that part I take care of, right? Yeah.
Yeah.
Well, and that's like the HWWS WebTV YouTube channel. We have totally changed things up of what we've been doing, and more people have stepped up and created more shows. And we basically have this like army of shows right now, and have created something. And now, as soon as it's another thing, as soon as we're let out of the gate, right, you know, we can go to cons and go, we have this many people watching on Facebook at a time.
You've been growing it in the background so that now you take that out to the world and hopefully use it to your advantage.
Yeah, you have to like kind of like an Amish village where everybody just helps each other. You know, you
talking about raising the barn.
You all, you raise them.
Be right back. I'm going on Rumspringa.
Yeah, like everybody has to be willing to help each other and not see themselves as above anybody else. And like the beautiful thing about Orlando and the community that, like, you know, we kind of all have going on is that nobody feels better than anybody else, and nobody's trying to be.
Speak for yourself. I feel awesome.
This guy, yeah, like
this guy right here.
Yeah, well, wise guy.
Wise guy.
There's hardly egos, you know, in our community, our little Amish village.
Says John. He hasn't met the people I have.
Well,
There's so many egos.
there's been some animosity, but not
That's
all.
fine.
Not all.
It is more supportive than not. And Josh, you know this. Like, I think you talk to people about it in discussions. You know, just like meeting the community, so to speak. You know, like how we've met mutual friends through each other. We've introduced you to mutual friends, and vice versa. You know what I mean?
Yep.
Like,
How
I'm sure you do that with everybody that you interview. You know, you meet at least probably one new person or outlet with each interview for you to creatively maybe tag team with.
How was it that we met?
I want to say I knew of you guys before the Kitchen Killers.
I was
Was
gonna.
that how it was? I don't remember.
I was gonna.
And Coleman knew me because of Adriana.
Oh, that's right. That's right.
Yeah. Because Adriana and my mom were friends and hung out in the Full Circle crew and all that.
And that's through. But it's funny. It all comes back to Orlando Real Radio. Like, it's all through some Real Radio fucking side connection of a side connection of a side connection.
Yeah.
And then Josh and I knew each other's names because of a local podcast hosted by two people who used to work on Real Radio. It's fucking how it all linked back.
Yeah, I knew the name Pizza Peisenberg before I even knew the person. And then we find out that you were dating Adriana, and that was just like some small world shit right there. Because we're talking about different chapters and lifetimes and all that.
Right.
The Full Circle days feels like an eternity
ago. Right.
It's insane.
Things even 5 years ago, you go, oh, that was only 5 years. It feels like a lifetime, or 10 years, or whatever it is. Yeah, and things 5 years ago can feel like a lifetime, and 10 years ago can feel like another whole lifetime. Absolutely, things go in waves and in chapters like that through your life. And as an old guy, I'm starting to see that.
Because even during the full Circle days, I wasn't doing really any art. I don't think I may have just started getting into it a little bit here and there, doing a little stuff. I even remember one of the biggest things I did getting in with Full Circle. It was Miss Monster, one of the Miss Monsters at Daytona.
Yeah, Rossmeyer.
Yeah.
Did you meet Tuttle back in those days? Tuttle was a fucking crazy radio wild man back then.
Oh yeah.
Okay.
And this was
Tuttle is okay.
This was, I definitely know who Tuttle is.
Of course.
But this is when they were doing the, the Monster Band of the Year stuff. So I had to do, we were working with Full Circle, and they found out that I'm an artist and did some art stuff. They're like, oh, we need signs. We need big signs so people can, because you had to text to vote. So they gave me this
competition on the radio.
They gave me this fucking bed sheet. Straight up bed sheet to paint on. And I don't know if you were there or not, but we hung this bed sheet from the one, it was at the hotel, and it was on the banister of one, and it went down to the next level, and we tied it to the bottom banister. And it says text, I think it Full Circle or whatever it was, to blah, blah, blah. And I painted I spray painted all of it. And then I hand detail painted the Monster logo onto it. Wow. And it was, you could see it from I-4 or 95 or whatever the hell it was.
That part of town, but I know what you're talking about.
Yeah. It was
I'm familiar with the area. That's crazy. Yeah. Those Miss Monsters went hard and were famously crazy as shit, and a lot of things were going down on those.
Okay. We were talking about Adrian. She says that she loves your mom, Josh.
Yes. Yeah. They haven't seen each other in a good while.
His mom more so than Josh.
Yeah.
Yes. I will tell her you said hi, Adriana. Yeah, it's and I mean, and even they ran into each other a little while ago. I can't remember when it was, but all of her kids are grown and tall as hell now. So that that's how my mom felt old the other day. The other time.
Absolutely, it's crazy when something that seems, because I don't know, you just I don't know, your brain still remembers these things, but it's so far in the back that you kind of turn off the day to day of it. And then you see someone and you go, oh, I know this guy. I know him so well, even though it's been 10 years, right? But then you see something like that, their kids, or, something reminds you, and you go, holy shit. And that's when, boom, that 10 years all splashes together in front of your eyes. And you
it can be something so small.
Right.
And you're just going to, it's going to trigger, that self-realization.
Small as a 3x3 brick wall.
Yeah, we just had to go up to Ohio for not a fun thing, but my wife and I grew up in in the same area and everything. And it is like going there now. It's like a weird flashback thing because like nothing, especially in my area in Ohio, the area does not change much. One or two things are added here. Like you can go a year here in the Orlando area and like tons of different things will change. A whole new area will pop up. It's always growing. But in our area in Ohio,
the floor's not done. But it's fine.
Yep. But the Ohio area we're from, it's like a snapshot. Like you go, okay, well, this is still here, this is here. And then when something does leave or move or get torn down or whatever, you're like, oh shit.
Right? Mama Joe's left. Wow, they were there since the 70s or whatever, right? Yep. Don't you guys have what's that cool ass roller coaster park you guys have up there?
It's like not Geauga Lake.
Is it Cedar Point?
Yes.
Cedar Point. Have you been there?
I never went to Cedar Point, but I was never a roller coaster person. I went to SeaWorld and Geauga Lake, which was like right next to each other. Okay. But my wife, like, I'm pretty sure she lived at Cedar Point for a while.
Cedar Point is like, yeah, that's on my like bucket list of destinations. Anyway, neither here nor there. I know you weren't up there for fun, but you said that, and I was like, you know what's fun in Ohio?
That is probably like one of the few things that is fun up in Ohio.
Yeah, I'm glad you said it. I'm glad you said it.
Oh God!
I was gonna ask what part of Ohio, but it doesn't matter because it looks like the other part.
Yeah. Yeah, it's I was raised in Northeast Ohio. For those that don't know, about an hour and a half away from Cleveland. It's like I always tell people, my area, we're like really close to the border of Pennsylvania, and it own like that whole little sector there could be its own state.
Speaking of Amish, isn't that the Amish part of Pennsylvania, like the country ass part, right?
Mm-hmm, yeah. Ohio has Ohio and Pennsylvania both have Amish.
Right.
My great grandmother,
because they don't know they're there.
My great grandmother was near them, so we would pass them all the time.
That's cool.
Yeah, it's I was actually telling somebody because a lot of Floridians have never seen Amish, never experienced them or anything. Like my dad hired the Amish to build his giant barn. That's like a thing.
Oh my God.
Are you kidding?
How stereotypical can you get?
Are you serious?
No, you could hire the Amish at any time. You can hire a whole team of Amish to build stuff for you, and they will build these really great buildings that are, www.amish.com.
Wow. So it's like when you go to Home Depot here, but it's a whole different type of people.
It's technically more illegal up there because they're supposed to be.
Right.
Oh my God.
That's when I get in trouble on that one.
You're like, hop in the bed of the truck. You're like, I got my own horse and buggy. I'm good.
But I was actually telling somebody about the horse and buggy stuff because when you're young in Amish, I don't know how it all works, but when we would pass certain Amish horse and buggies and they would be thumping because they would have stereo systems in their buggies. They could have them up to a certain point because you don't fully get into it till a certain age. Because you guys have probably heard the TV shows where they go and they take their break and they leave and go experience the world. Yeah. So there's like different parts as you're growing up. You can have a full stereo. I have had my car shook from a Amish stereo system more than cars.
What?
You could see they're like fake plastic windows because it's not really glass. Sometimes it's more like a plastic thing, and it's just. That just alone blows your mind, right?
That's ironic.
Then you're trying to think, what in God's name are they listening to? Right. Do they know rap? Is it like,
wow?
Is it somebody I would know? Yeah, it's just.
That is so funny. Oh my God.
Yeah, it is the craziest thing. I don't know how the horse handles it because they speak pretty easily. You would think like they're at least feeling some vibrations.
Right. Oh, they have 1 horsepower and
they hear better than us, no doubt.
Yeah, poor bastards.
But yeah, it's really interesting. There's Amish shops, there's this or that. Some of my wife's family drives around the Amish because like they don't drive, but they want to go fishing or go shopping or go do this and that. You could basically be Uber for the Amish, and you won't. They call you. My stepmom did it for a while, so she was explaining it to me. So you kind of get it's really hard to get into the loop. It's like the mafia. You have to know somebody that already did it.
A while about that, which I think was a lot fake, but.
Yeah.
Before it was kind of real, but it was blown up for TV.
Yeah, and like it's really weird because like you have to kind of get in with them, and then they'll call you at any time, and they go, "Hey, are you free here? How much will it be?" And you basically have to like bargain with them a little bit, and then like sometimes like my stepmom was getting up at like 3 a.m. to go pick them up to go take them fishing.
Wow.
Yeah, it was insane.
The beats and a goat? Like, what is that? I don't know how that works, but I'm sure you work that out with them, you know?
They have cash. I don't know where it comes from, but they pay in cash and they split it up. Like sometimes she would take like, because it's usually a bunch of them getting together and they all split the cost. So like you're getting somebody from like 5 different families and they're all getting together to go to the grocery store. It's like all the women of these 5 different families. Right. They all get together. They go to the grocery store and a couple other spots. They make a day of it. And then like my stepmom would chill in the van and wait for them to get done, take them to the next place, take them to the next place.
I've seen different like documentaries where there's like a farmer's market somewhere in that area, and there's Amish that work there. Yeah, they're using the electricity and things like that from the farmer's market because it's not there. You know, it's like we're just
if they don't touch it.
I mean, right.
There's certain ways like how it works. Like somebody was explaining to me when we were up there. Like if they can basically call somebody and have them do it for them, like the one where it's like the day of rest thing, like Sunday or anything, or Saturday or Sunday when they're not supposed to touch it.
Orthodox Jews follow that.
That's it. Yeah,
they cannot make anyone work. Like you can't. Yeah. Like I heard a story of someone that moved into an Orthodox Jew neighborhood in somewhere in New York, and was totally thrown off when he walked around on I think their day is their Sabbath day is a Saturday.
Yeah.
Walked around the neighborhood on a Saturday. And a bunch of the Orthodox Jews were asking him to light their cigarette.
Right.
They cannot make
fire. Yep.
But they can smoke a cigarette if it's lit for them. So they would walk around and just ask. Instead of asking to bum a cigarette, they'd ask you to light their cigarette for them.
Then I was kind of terrible talking to this person because I'm like, does God count loopholes?
Right.
I'm like. I would love to find out. I can't wait to.
Finding ways.
Sustain.
Yeah.
I don't know.
Listen, we can talk as much shit about the Amish as we want because they're not going to hear this.
They don't even know how. They don't even know any of this exists.
The download. The download button for you on Saturday. I don't know.
Yeah, they can do it for them.
Yeah, right.
Boom.
I can't participate in this. Put those earbuds in for me, please.
I don't know what to do with my hands.
All right. I think we have caused enough trouble for one night. It was absolutely awesome to have you guys on.
So I think we're out of topics.
I think we did very well.
Yes. You guys behaved decently enough. I would love to have you guys on again. I want to do I'm loving doing the interviews, but I also want to mix up and just have people on to BS for a night or something for different things. So I definitely want to have you guys on again. I'm sure we will be working together when we can be together again.
Exactly. We're always working on stuff, us and you, you know. So every time that, you know, we're able to cross promote or, you know, you come on our show or we come on yours, there's always something new that we're getting into, you know, and I think and then when
the world's maybe closer to being a thing again, we can do like a cross promote live thing.
Hell yeah.
Stuff while we tell fart jokes.
Yeah, we will definitely do that. And we could do like an episode of you guys and then an episode of me or something like that.
Yeah.
I like it.
And make it like a full, like, you know, full event thing or whatever. I'm totally down for it.
All good ideas. Yeah. Hell yeah, man. This was a good time. I can't thank you enough for having us on and, you know, help me loosen up a little bit.
Knock that rust off.
Yeah. You got your shit show out of the way, so now you can go do your big fancy show, you bastard.
Been a big old brick wall over here.
With your big old brick wall. And thank you guys so much for being on. I greatly appreciate it. Make sure you guys stay on after I hit the end button because I want to chat with you a little bit after we're done with the official show.
And then after that, I'm going to stand in front of this brick wall and tell jokes at the end. Is this thing on? Take my life, please. So,
where can they find your show and Funny to Informing?
Wait, hold on.
I literally said something. I said a pun, and Siri activated on my phone and it said pun detected. That's a new thing apparently. I have to look into that.
What did you say?
Where can they find all your stuff?
Facebook.com/funny2informing, all one word, and 2 is TO. And then funny2informing@gmail.com. We have Patreon.
Email us. We'll send you some of these cool brick wall stickers. Funny2informing@gmail.com. Patreon.com/FTI. John has a personal Instagram page that he doesn't use, so he's probably not even going to tell you the name. I do use mine, pizza_Peisenberg. But Funny2informing at Instagram, Gmail, all of them. Facebook.
Yeah, we got TikTok for some reason.
Yeah, John manages that.
I don't know why.
Your little sexy videos on there, John?
No. They're of my cats fighting. It's what it is.
Well, that works. As long as you got the Funny2informing logo somewhere, you're good.
Yeah. That's all code.
Oh, God.
Yeah, my cat's fighting, if you know what I mean.
His girlfriend fights her cat every night. Anyways.
It's
fine. Right. Not a thing.
Oh, we were so close to being done.
Well, we had to ruin it right at the end. But everybody, thank you so much for tuning in on a Friday night. If you enjoyed the show and want to catch more live episodes, find me on Bauer Art, Facebook, Instagram, Twitter, all the good stuff. I usually do the show Tuesday nights at 7 p.m. Eastern. You can catch the replays at the HWWS WebTV YouTube channel or their Facebook watch. You can catch me on Twitch, Google Podcasts, Amazon Music, Apple Podcasts, iHeartRadio, Stitcher. Make sure I got stickers too, and you can actually see them. So
next time they'll be red, okay?
In our shop.
Oh, sorry, Mandy, you are late. I apologize. Look at. And you can purchase the stickers. You can pre-order the first ever Back Talk with Bauer t-shirts at jbauerartshop.com. You can purchase all these paintings and more at that site. I am actually going to be working on getting a threadless account. Basically, I can put all kinds of different artwork and shirts and things like that, and you can like order one and you don't have to pre-order and any of that stuff. So I'm working on that, so please stay tuned for that. And other than that, thank you guys so much again for tuning in, and I will catch you guys next week. Later.
My kid just joined. Love you, kiddo.
Is that Maddie?
Yeah, you missed it. You missed it. Josh is going to post the video. Go back and watch it. You won't.
Later, guys.